Okay. Oh my goodness, I got those. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll be done with the video by then. Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, my peeps. Welcome. Well, if you are not new, but if you're already, welcome to my YouTube channel. You guys are all having a fantastical, magical, like unicorn-like day. And remember, if not, that's always okay too. But I am always over here hoping that your day does turn around for you. Hope you guys are staying safe, social distancing, wearing your mask, hand sanitizing, washing your hands, as well as protecting yourself as well as other people, because guess what? You're not the only person on this planet. So, we have a bit of a situation, my people. First of all, like, how are you guys doing? Like, I haven't, like, had, like, face-to-face, like, this kind of, like, situation happening for quite some time, actually. But anyway, at the time of recording of this video, it is Sunday, April 17th, 2022. It is Easter, and I am currently working on my paper. So exciting, right? Anyway, so as I'm over here, well, first of all, like I said, because I like had a good Easter, whatever the case may be, but whatchamacallit? So right now I'm currently here in one of the student lounges, or I guess I should just say lounge. I don't really necessarily think it says student lounge or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but it's a lounge. Definitely a different change of environment besides my dorm room, because I just could not, and I was getting way too easily distracted. I wasn't getting any work done. And you know what, guys? Sometimes that's how it be, y'all. Like, and especially for those of you guys that like feel like, you know, it's like, well, you know, if you work hard or whatever the case may be, you should be able to work, you know, be able to work in any kind of environment. You know, if you're like really focused and serious about your studies, you should be able to be in your dorm or like be somewhere where there's no distractions. Well, that's not the case, okay? Like, it's normal to, no matter how determined you are, how hard you study and like work or like whatever the case may be, sometimes you just have to like pick, even if you like pick a different environment or whatever the case may be, is what it is. So like, don't feel like, you know, to be something or to be serious about your education or whatnot, you have to be able to work in any kind of environment. Like, that's just not reality. And I was like, I don't know, with this paper, it just wasn't necessarily speaking to me. And I think the reason why that is because like I had chose a topic where, you know, like I'm not gonna reveal what the topic necessarily was, but it just wasn't necessarily speaking to me as far as what this paper should be about. And so like now that like I've actually picked something that like is kind of really personal to me, like that I can really like elaborate on and stuff like that and put my own 2 cents into it, like now like I'm doing a little bit better. But like definitely having a change of scenery definitely helped, because I was like getting distracted all the way and things like that, whatever. But like I really got some stuff done. But anyway, so I'm over here in the lounge area, minding my business, just chilling, listening to music while I work, and things like that, whatever. And let me tell y'all what just happened. See, people really be like trying to be slick with it, but then like you gotta keep in mind that like God don't like ugliness and karma's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here doing my studies and stuff like that, whatever. And a group of 3 guys or whatever. Well, first of all, they had like walked this way, and then they had walked back this way, and then like on the, I guess one of the dudes or whatever had like seen me, or the case would be, and so he peeked through the door, or he opened the door. Mind you, okay, y'all, I don't know what y'all don't understand about this. A closed door. Like, I know it shouldn't be like this, but I mean, literally, there's like an entire like room here with a bunch of seats or whatever, and like anyone, you know, more than one person should be able to, you know, study in here and stuff like that. But that's not how that works, okay? When you are when you come in here by yourself, unless it's like your friend or something like that, whatever, but like no two people that have no relation to one another can just be coming up in here. Like that's like rude. Like it's like a thing. I don't know why, but it's a thing. A closed door.
You got a good friend?
No.
You're very beautiful. Though.
Thank you. Oh, see, people just be like, see, that's real. That's a real person. A real dude. Like, he was like, you got a boyfriend? I'm like, well, no, but not that necessarily interested. But, like, you say your compliment and you move on. And, I talked with my hand, so he thought that was kind of waving, or whatever the case may be. I didn't mean to do that. But, it does not hurt to have a compliment. I mean, do I already know that I'm really beautiful? Of course. Duh. But, again, it doesn't hurt to get a compliment, you know what I'm saying? And there goes that high self-esteem that my sister always says I have, and I cannot. High self-esteem, you know what I mean? But anyway, but it's important to recognize, how beautiful you are and stuff like that. So, and trust me, I understand when people, I have seen so many beautiful, I've talked about this before, my mom is freaking gorgeous and beautiful, my sister, there's so many people in my life that is beautiful, and then people obviously that I've never met that I find so beautiful, more attractive than me and stuff like that, whatever. But it's also important to know your own worth. And so I feel like people say, oh, I'm beautiful, or I know that I'm beautiful inside out. So I don't think that's necessarily vain. I think that they're very secure with themselves in that they accept who they are and accept their beauty and stuff like that. But anyway, that's getting away from the point. Anyway, so I was minding my business, doing my paper, and one of the dudes came in. He's at the window door, whatever. And he had said, do you have a charger? And I said no. And then he said, okay, so then what's that on the table? I said, I don't know what that is on the table. I mean, obviously I know what it is, it's a charger, but it's my charger. And I don't even know you. Why are you asking me questions and stuff like that? It's different if we're in class and you're okay, I borrow a pencil or yada yada yada, stuff like that. Then it's okay, I know I'm gonna get it back. But unless you are asking for a charger, you're gonna sit right in that chair as your phone is charging, then no, I don't have a charger. And I didn't want him in here because I knew his posse would have to also be in here. And I didn't want those people in there. And honestly, anyway, it is what it is. So, and then he looked at me I was like, no, I don't know what it is, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He said, okay, well, if you don't have a charger, obviously we don't have a charger. But he's like, if you don't have a charger, then can I get your Instagram? I was like, sure. And so then I give him my Instagram. And then, of course, I get a notification on my phone that says instant follow, right? Check this out. But, I did or whatever, and then as he's walking out or whatever, and the door closes, I see it, and then and I hit it. But see, this is my thing that I do or whatever, because he also had asked me if I was a freshman or sophomore, and I was like, freshman, or the case may be. And this is also about making assumptions too. So, mind you, back to the story. So, I seen it, but this is what I did. I followed him back, but then right away, because this is what I always do this, I checked to make sure, or really I checked to see if he was still following me, which I knew was very unlikely. And then let me tell you what happened. After I went to go check if he was still following me, he was not. And so then I unfollowed him. Y'all, I don't want to say y'all, because y'all my peeps, y'all ain't like that. Or at least I hope you guys aren't like that. But I don't think y'all are like that. I'm gonna give y'all a benefit of the doubt. Men, boys, whatever the case may be, please do not underestimate women, or it doesn't necessarily have to. Well, no, because I'm gonna say women. Or just don't underestimate people regardless, or think that you can get one over on somebody, whether it's because of like status, like, you know, like for being a freshman or sophomore, or because like I had my glasses on earlier and things like that, you know, and like, you know, you got your glasses, you know, it like you look all innocent and stuff like that. Mind you, the other day, one of my, I'm not gonna say peeps, friends said that I was sensitive. And honestly, I took that as a compliment, because if I had told one of my family members, hey, I just proved y'all wrong, people do think I'm sensitive, they would have laughed in my face. They would have rolled on the floor laughing, rollful. You know what I'm saying? Because I am definitely, I mean, I'm not exactly sensitive. Sometimes I think, well, my parents, well, my family, I should say, also call me emotionalist. That I have, what do they call it? It's a ice for a heart, something like that. Is that how you say it? No, I don't think that's the right word. But cold. And there's like something else. Oh, that I have no feelings, which is also very true. Like, so when the person said that, I like pretended to kind of be offended. I mean, we were all like we're both really sarcastic towards one another. Me and this friend that I was around or whatever, and so we were both like feeding off like that same energy, but like it's like a situation where it's like, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, you don't act the same way around your family you do your friends, right? I feel like that's like a given, you know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if I acted the same way, well, my true self, how I act in front of my family, around my friends, oh my God, I would have no friends. Like, they would literally hate me. I mean, guys, seriously, okay, the other day, something sad was really happening, and like, I tried, I mean, like, it's like tears was like trying to come out, but they couldn't. Like, they wouldn't. Like, the only time like they like tears have come is when I'm like extremely tired and I yawn like multiple times in a row. Yeah. And then like my mom and I were having a pretty like deep conversation. And like it's almost like I was starting to get emotional. Like tears were like starting to reach the surface a little bit. But nothing happened. So yeah, so there is that. But anyway, going back to the original story and what I was saying. Guys, males, boys, men. Or whatever the case may be, like, let's like put it out there just for everyone. Like, people, like, don't like assume that you can like I was saying, like, don't just assume that you can get over on somebody just because of like appearances or how they maybe look or act. Like, no, like, are you kidding me? Dude, like, maybe that's probably how you got your 5,000 something followers. By walking by and seeing a girl or whatever the case may be, talking about getting an Instagram and stuff like that, like, and then, like, you unfollow them and you still get to keep your follow because they don't necessarily, recognize, what do you call it? How many followers they have and stuff like that. Like, I'm constantly trying to like stay up to date on like social media, like not necessarily like posting selfies all the time and stuff like that, but like I'm constantly like, you know, with the YouTube channel, trying to promote my YouTube channel, and like stuff like that or whatever, and and stuff and so it's like I don't necessarily care how many followers I have like on other social media, as long as I keep promoting and stuff like that, and I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So I'm looking at numbers as far as like that, and it's kind of like easy. It's not like I have thousands of followers, so it's pretty easy to see when I go down with a follower, you know what I'm saying? And so like that was just like dumb to like I see like dude, like do you think that like I was not born yesterday? And bro, even if I am a freshman or sophomore or the case may be, bro, I'm probably older than you. Because as y'all know, the real peeps know, first of all, because of my late birthday, I'm older than a majority of my original class. But now since then I took a gap year, I'm even older. You get what I'm saying? So like, I was class of 2020, right? So technically I would be a sophomore, but I would still be, older than the majority of my original class that I was, like, for example, what was it? Like right now I'm currently class of 2025 as far as like graduating college and stuff like that. But I was originally graduating class of 2024. So if I was already pretty much older than the majority of my original class, I'm definitely going to be older than the actual freshmen that started this school year. So it's like, while you're assuming things based on what you think you know, you're like just dumb. Like, dude, it's like not that deep. Honestly, y'all, like this is how like insensitive, like it is. Like honestly, I would respect you. Well, that's like going pretty far, but like behavior-wise, I can give more props to you. Let's say it like that. If you just came up to me and be like, and was like, you know what, dude, I was honestly, like, forget the whole, like, lame charger pickup line or whatever that's called or whatever you're trying to do. I don't know about that. But, like, you were just like, hey, you know what, I'm trying to grow my Instagram and, like, stuff like that, whatever. I'm aspiring, whatever the case may be, whatever. Like, would you mind, following me on Instagram and stuff like that? And then I would have probably been like, no. Because that's just dumb to pretend I'm gonna follow you and like stuff like that. But like it takes more energy to pretend, you know what I'm saying? As far as like stuff like that, whatever. But like seriously, like I would have respected you more if you would have just been like upfront with me and be like, hey, would you mind following me? So like I have like no problem with that. Like I wouldn't have done it, but at least there's like that mutual respect and mutual understanding. Like, I don't really necessarily want to follow you, and I don't want to follow you either. So like, let's just like leave it at that. Or like, if it's a possibility, if you could follow me and stuff like that, whatever. Now we could be like, oh, I would think about it, or whatever case may be, or be like, no, I'm not interested. Like we could like have like a real conversation. Like, why do people want to have like a real like honest conversation? Like, just be real. Like, don't be like fake, bro. It's just dumb, man. Like, it kind of actually made me chuckle because I'm like, bro. This is kind of funny. Like, you thought. Don't ever make that mistake again. Which you probably will, but like, I wouldn't. It's kind of embarrassing. Oh my god, this is a slider. That's kind of cool. Anyway, And this room echoes. It echoes. And the dudes that you were traveling with, yeah, I mean, I guess minds think alike. You know, the term really is great minds think alike, but that was just a bunch of dumb minds and, like, coward and, like, well, I'm not gonna say the other word I want to say. I'm gonna keep it PG. But, like, don't be a follower. If you knew that this is, if you, like, have, like, you should be over this, like, kind of behavior by now. Like, if you know that it's a pattern that he does with girls or whatever, or, that case maybe or whatever, like, you want to be around somebody like that, or, like, you want to continue to, like, do stuff like that. Like, even if, like, you, like, had, like, stayed behind real fast just to, like, give me the heads up or be like, hey, you know, can you add me on Instagram, or, like, wait, it's not adding. Friending? Is that what it's called? Isn't it friend? No, follow. It's follow on Instagram. Okay. And then, like, you could have spoken and said, like, you know, like, he pretty much does this with all the girls or whatever, like, don't take any stock in it, which I never do anyway, but, like, dang, like, don't be a follower, man. Be a leader. Or at least be honest. You could be that. But I guess I should get back to this paper. But I just want to share that with y'all. Like, moral of the story is, like, if you're gonna use people, I mean, or, like, if you're gonna, like, use them for, like, what is it, like, personal gain, or if, like, you want something from somebody, like a follow or a like, or whatever the case may be, like, just simply ask for it. Like, you don't have to, like, lie and, like, pretend and stuff to do it. That's just dumb. And that's a lot of energy wasted. Doesn't make any sense to me. Any sense to me. Where's the outlet? Outlet. Oh, there's outlet. Oh, there's one right here. Great. Okay. Okay. Where am I asking? What is not wavy? Goodness gracious, Lord. How do I manage? How do I manage? Oh my goodness, speaking of rude people. Okay, so the other day I was heading to class, right? My first class of the day, English, 8 a.m. And the girl, the same girl who's actually in my English class. So we were walking out of the building, right? She was like maybe like a few steps ahead of me. And instead of, you know, like holding the door open or whatever the case may be, she just lets it slam. And then that was just walking out of the building from the dorms. And then going into the building for English class, she walking through the door. And then again, she lets it slam. I was like, that's how we do it? Like, I have found two types of people. Like, there was, like, literally, like, no. Actually, you know what? There's, like, three types of people that, like, I have, like, and I have never met these, like, three types of, like, individuals before until I came here to Florida, right? Or at least to Barrie, right? There's the people that will hold the door open for you. There are people who will deliberately not hold the door open for you. And then there are people that go above and beyond to hold the door open for you. Let me break it down. So, there's like, you know, like, okay, you know, that's kind of self-explanatory, you know, people holding the door open, stuff like that, whatever you like, you know, like stuff like that, and you say, oh, thank you, you know, exchange, you know, niceties and stuff like that. And then, like, there's the girl that I just mentioned to you. And don't be saying, you know, oh, she knew, because there was a look back, and she still. But it's okay, you know, no, holding the door open is not for everybody. We all have our strengths and weaknesses and level of rudeness, but you know, it is what it is, you know, no shame, no pain, no, what do they call it, negativity in my day, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna, you know, thinking about unicorns and rainbows and stuff like that or whatever. Look at the tree and how beautiful the plants are and stuff like that. But let me explain to you the people that go above and beyond holding the door open. Okay, there will be, like, I will be like at least like 10 steps, not even 10 steps. Like, I'll like, okay, so this is not obviously to scale, but let's say this right here is where the door is. I will be over here. And if they notice that I'm coming that direction, they will stand there and wait until I get to the door. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, like, thank you so much for that. And they're like, no, it's completely fine, or whatever the case may be. Like, people will literally like stand there for like an additional like 10, 20 seconds just so that way they can hold the door open for you. And then they'll even like let their friends go and stuff like that and still wait for you to come to the door to hold it open for you. Or they will go through the door, look back and see that you're like making your way, and then they will double back, open the door for you and wait for you to get there to open the door for you. And not even to just open the door, like they'll like step outside of the door, hold it for you, and then go. Like, I'm serious. And like there's like this one dude, he's like so nice. Like I'll just be like walking and like just like taking my absolute time or whatever, and like I won't notice that this person has been like standing there, and when I look up I finally realize it, and like I'll like try and rush her, the case may be, and he'll be like, you know, like don't rush her, the case may be, like, and he always says hi, and then like literally it will take me like an additional minute to get to the door, not because like I'm a slow walker, because I'm a pretty fast walker, not to toot my own horn, toot or pat myself on the back, pat, but I'm an amazingly fast walker. And he will literally, like I said, wait an additional minute before it catches up to me, like, oh my god, like he's like waiting for me, whatever the case may be. And then like, you know, there will be times where like I will like hold the door open for somebody, but then they'll like it has happened between like females, males, whatever the case may be, like any type of person, it has happened. Like it's not gender specific or whatever the case may be. Like they will literally, I will have like, you know, make an effort to make sure I hold the door open for them and stuff like that, whatever. But then they'll be like, they'll hold the door open for me, let me go, and then they'll go in. Like they'll like take the place of me just so that way they can hold the door. And like again, it's not necessarily with me. Like I've seen it like I've like witnessed that with other people too. So like there, like when I say there are 3 kinds of people, at least here at Barry, that I had not seen in Iowa or other places that I visited, like New York, Virginia, or like all the other places or whatever that like I've seen or whatever. I have not. It's always been the people that will open the door, hold the door open for you, or the people that just will deliberately just like not hold the door open for you at all. I did not realize that there was a 3rd category. True facts. Okay, y'all, I should probably go. I should probably do this, even though I don't really want to. Oh, and another lesson. It does not hurt to be like kind to people. Like it really doesn't. Like it is like no extra stress onto your life. Whether it's like it may not necessarily be kind or whatever. Sometimes, you know, someone might be a blunt or something like that. But like trust me, like I said, I will like give props to you more and respect you more if you're just honest with me. Like just be like that, or like, you know, just be like, hey, you know, my friend, he always ends up doing this, or every case may be, like, you don't really like don't even like worry about necessarily calling him and stuff like that, whatever. But like, hold the door open for people. Like, I mean, even if you're like having a bad day or whatever, I can understand that. If like the first time you don't open the door, great. But like, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt. But kindness, bro. Do things for kindness, man. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Stay safe, social distance, wear your mask, hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and have a magical, fantastical day.